Welcome back to Asianpulse. I'm your host, Shivani Naiker. Thank you for tuning in for your informative and educational network. November is finally here. With that comes Movember. Our fathers, partners, brothers, and friends are facing a health crisis, yet rarely talked about. Men are also dying at a very young age, but we can't stay silent for long. Mental health and suicide prevention, prostate cancer, and testicle cancer. From humble beginnings, the movement has grown into a truly global one. We have made epic progress in men's mental health. To learn more about men's mental health, go on their website and go do your research and donate for their charity. They need our support. November is also known as Diabetics Awareness Month. Did you know that in Canada, our population of 38 million people and about 4 million people are living with this disease? And on November 14th is World Diabetics Day. Type 2 diabetes can be controlled by proper diet and exercise, but type 1, children especially, are born with it. They need to receive insulin daily to be able to function. I'll be right back from our words from our sponsors.
Buying or selling a house is a difficult process. Get Brent Prakash from Saba Realty Limited to find you your dream home, whether it's your first house, upgrading, or investment property. Always at your service with a fast, friendly, and honest opinion. Brent Prakash will guide you through the entire process. Get in touch with him today for a free, no-obligation consultation at 778-840-5866. I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated. I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated.
Community Outreach Pharmacy, providing in-home pharmacy services.
This includes our specialized diabetes and blood pressure monitoring program,
Free blister packing, free deliveries, and an in-home injection service throughout the whole Lower Mainland.
Call us at 604-777-5601 for more information.
We have in our studio 2 volunteers with Blood Donation by Sikh Nation. This group started donating blood to save lives since 1984. So have a look.
In my studio, it's my pleasure to introduce to you 2 gentlemen. They are here and they are the volunteers who seek blood donation. You might have seen big billboards around town and it says blood donation by Sikh Nation. So there are other kind of community and I never see any other ones that they put the billboard for the month of November, and these billboards are only seen during the month of November. So these gentlemen are here, they are volunteers with the blood donation with Sikh Nation. And on my right is Mandeep Singh, a volunteer. He has been doing this for last 4 years, and Gurpreet Singh, he's also a volunteer who is part of this organization for past 5 years. So it's their pleasure being able to take their time out and come and talk to you about why is it important and why this blood donation started. So thank you to both of you for coming in today. It's pouring rain, but I know you were able to make it.
Thank you, Kamala. First of all, thanks a lot for your channel and the support and the time you gave us today. And we're so grateful that we came here to talk to the Fijian community as well, and so we can speak about the genocide and the genocide mindset which happened in India with us in 1984. And to commemorate that, that's why we do every November we start this campaign, and it's all over Canada and it's other places in states as well. So just to the background a little bit, as everybody knows, 1984, when November, after Indira Gandhi's assassination, so this genocide started on November 1st. It continuously spread the fire all over the nation, and a lot of people or that time they were thinking these were riots. Actually, that was genocide, because all this government machinery and everybody put in place all together, like voter lists and everything. They went home to home and they killing innocent people, and they calling these things riots. And still until today, we are just feeling about those souls which were left us. It just a pain, and from this pain, there is a journey started for a long time. And in 1999 in Canada, so this journey has come to a point what to do next. So this is how Blood Donation by Sikh Nation campaign has started in 1999 in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada.
How old were you then?
I was actually pretty young that time.
Were you in India or
Yes,
here?
I was in India that time.
Okay.
Probably in grade 9 or 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pretty little. So when I got immigrated to Canada in 2006, so we have friends and colleagues. They were already doing volunteer work for Sikh Nation, and we heard about it, and that's how we came into it, because it's a soul. It's not just a person's or an organization. It's a Sikh Nation. It's everybody in the nation, because there's no president. Nobody is secretary, because our president and everything we see is Guru Granth Sahib.
Yes.
So we take our leads from our Guru, and that's how we run the campaign, and we are the part of the campaign, and we're proud of that, and to make this happen these days.
What about you, Manpreet? How old were you then? Were you born, raised in Canada, or?
So I was born in Canada,
Okay.
but my birth was in 1991, so it was well after 1984.
Yeah.
So most of the stuff that from 1984, I was just researched it and heard from other people in my community what had happened, right? And when we read some of the history, what had happened to us, what had happened to our men, our women, how our women were raped,
I know.
innocent,
Yeah.
young girls, 11 years old, they didn't look at anything. They didn't care about anything. They just cared. They just wanted to kill and send a message to all of India that this is what we do. This is our genocidal mindset. That, if you go against us or say anything and stuff like that, this is what we're going to do to you. So after seeing that, it was just, it lit a kind of a fire inside myself and stuff, and even with amongst my friend group and stuff, because we still talk about this kind of things,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That what can we do? So we are born in this country and stuff like that. We live in a free country like Canada. We're absolutely blessed, and I'm sure, of course, your viewers believe that stuff every day and stuff, and the stuff that you bring to them too. So you show them stuff. You give them a platform. So with that platform, what can we do? So that's why this campaign is so big, because, in one side, our blood was shed,
Yes.
and now we're saving lives
Yeah.
by giving blood.
Yes.
So that is huge and stuff like that. And blood, it has no religion, no color, no
Yeah.
gender, no anything.
Yeah.
So
So do you have any idea, like I say, we want to call it what it is. We don't want to polish it up and call something else, because I remember I was born, I was an adult at that time, when Indira Gandhi was shot by one of the Sikhs, and he was the bodyguard, right? So this is when this movement started, that all these Hindus started killing the Sikh because they think everybody is a terrorist, right? And do you have any idea how many? And I remember those days, because I used to watch the news and all that how the people are being taken out of the homes, and young women were raped, and there were fires put up in the house, especially in the state of Punjab. And they went looking for Punjabis everywhere in India. It doesn't have to be in the state of Punjab. If Punjabi was in Gujarat or other place, UP and all that, that's why they're targeting the Sikhs. And it was such a sad thing. Even one person, okay, whatever happened, we want to leave that aside. But all this bloodshed that happened, and women were raped, the girls were taken away, it's not the fault. You don't paint the same thing the rest of the community with the same brush. It's a very sad mentality
That's right.
for us to be sitting and talking about it. But you know what? History should never be forgotten, or that will repeat itself. Do you have any idea how many people, especially from the Sikh community, were genocide or killed during that time, and how long did it last?
Kamala, it's like they're saying numbers always because the machinery and the government, it was in their control.
Yeah.
So according to I was like only 1 year old. Like after that, when the media start looking into this and they start getting the numbers, like sometimes they say 10,000. Like it's close to. It's like some latest things are coming, which is more than 30,000 all over India. Like new news feeds are coming, and somewhere like in the UP and other places as well. And a couple of the girls, they were picked up, whichever the mob was doing that time. And because it's a genocidal mindset, that genocidal mindset is still working as of yesterday, as of today, and this is what they're doing. And they can be only stopped with a campaign like which, as a Sikh Nation volunteer, we're doing today. They shed our blood, they've taken our lives, but the blood is also flowing today, but it is saving lives. So in Canada today, from 1999 until today, 160,000 lives are saved. So if you look at the numbers, they're trying to like kill people and shedding their blood, raping women and taking their homes, putting on fire, and just to just for the peace thought, or like we're looking into some what we can do. Like Gurpreet said, okay, they in Canada, he's Canada born, but he also looked for these answers. And when we find the answer as a Sikh nation, as a community together, and our brothers, sisters, all these donors, our mothers, children are coming and donating their bloods from their veins, and they're telling this butchered, genocidal mindset that we are here to save lives, not take lives. And the good question you said, like they were thinking like Sikhs as terrorists. That's another point which media trials, government machinery, everybody put that face in all over the world. Like even in Canada, they hired people like that. In States, they do that. They have a machinery, they have money, they have think tanks, they have everything.
Yes.
What we have today, we have Guru Nanak's faith.
Yeah.
We have Guru Nanak's teachings. We follow Guru Nanak. And that's why Nanak has humanity as one. He treated humanity as one. And that's what happened through 10 gurus all the way into Shri Guru Granth Sahib. And we follow them as our campaign leader. And this is actually Nanak's teachings, Nanak's campaign. It was started 500 plus years ago, and we are the followers behind it.
My hat goes off to you, both the gentlemen and the organization. But also now, very recently, last week was November 11th. There were 330,000 Sikhs were killed during World War I, World War II. And last week, I also invited the veterans to come and talk about their experience fighting for India during that time. But there is no way I mention that how many Sikhs have also done Qurbani for their country. So India is a country, one country. It's not like Sikh, Hindus, Muslims and all that.
Exactly.
India should be seen as one whole country, just like what we think of Canada, right? Yeah. But I mean, when I look at the Sikhs, I mean, that's what they have done. Also, Guru Nanak Free Kitchen. And they have bought a building now in downtown East Side, feeding the homeless there. So these are all the things that just because of your teaching of Guru Nanak, that you are the followers and you try to give it back to the community. And I have been here for a long time, and I don't see the same kind of movement starting with other communities. And you are a leader. You guys are the leader in this field wherever you can donate or give. And give from the bottom of the heart, because that's where your teaching is from. So, people say blood is in you to give, right? And blood saves lives. And you guys are doing, so are you just only doing for the month of November? or you continue during the
So
whole?
some of the donors that come and donate and stuff, it's throughout the whole year.
Okay.
So in Delta and Surrey and Abbotsford, and we probably have more than 10,000 donors.
Okay.
So, it's because of donors like them that we've saved over 160,000 lives, like
yeah.
Nadeep mentioned and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's like a throughout the year process and stuff. The month of November is highlighted because of the genocide that happened to us, right? To
Yeah.
remember, to commemorate those lives,
Yeah.
those mothers, those brothers,
And the sisters,
that,
Yeah.
And also, in addition, like you said, yes, Sikhs come out from their home to help people.
Yeah.
And like you said, if there is a flooding happen or some neighbors, like recently you seen last year COVID,
Yeah.
government has called out because of the blood shortage, and they contacted Sikh Nation volunteers, and that's how last year our brother sister donors, all those went to the beds, and everywhere all the appointments were full all the time throughout the year. And this November, on November 3rd, they proclaimed, the BC government, they proclaimed Sikh Nation Blood Donation Month, the whole month of November now.
Oh, okay.
So this was a very good and proud moment for whole community, and every volunteer, every donor, every even child or whoever could not donate the blood. Even they have maybe pass some garbage bags or even broom the area. Like every single person who is working as a Sikh Nation volunteer or the part of that, they are feeling so good, so grateful that after 23 years and this kind of things are happening, and they're enjoying this. Like they're loving it. It's like a family now.
Yes.
And they feel it. It's just running through our veins, and
Yeah.
and we live for it. And that's why we can look into eye to eye to this genocidal mindset. We want to tell them, yes, you do have lots of money, you do have lots of machinery, you do have biggest lobbyists, but we as Nanak's volunteer Sikhs, we will walk on path step by step every day.
And to follow up on his point, so blood donation by Sikh Nation, just to clarify that, it's a campaign against genocide.
Yes.
So the one that happened in 1984, that's in our hearts, and I'm sure
Yeah.
you've seen it firsthand. But it's to any genocide that has happened. We stand with those victims,
Yes.
whether it's on this country, what's happened to the natives,
Yeah.
and then that happened to even in 2002 in Gujarat.
Yeah.
So that's why.
So, okay, you donate blood. You both donate blood,
Yes.
okay? Apart from donating blood, and 1 pint, 2 pint, how many, whatever you want to give, you give, because that saves life. And there are so many people who are a car accident, who have some kind of terminal illness. They won't be able to survive without the donation of the blood. So you need to donate blood, and it's in you to give. It's always, you can make more blood. Apart from you donating blood, what do you do? What do you do otherwise? Like what kind of charity? What do
It-
you?
It's not charity. Like we do volunteer work throughout the year.
Yeah.
We do our regular meetings with volunteers. We meet each other, especially during COVID. Zoom is the one of the other platform
right.
we used
Yeah,
it, and we all throughout the year we learn new things, new ideas, like the opportunity we got on your show now.
Yeah.
So it's just like how to improve for next year, and do attach new volunteers, how to train ourselves, because as a Sikh Nation volunteer, Sikh is like everyday learner, right? This is how we are like students. So this is how we are sharing, passing messages to each other. Like if at Toronto side they did something with the donation, or they learned something, and we pass all these messages and all this information. And before COVID, we used to also have a youth volunteer, and Gurpreet is also part of that. I will tell him if he can tell a little bit more about youth.
So
That'd be
like
great.
what Mandeep explained and
They
stuff.
do for the name and the fame, right? But I see that you guys, your heart is there to make sure that by making as many liters of blood that you can donate, and that will save somebody's life. And we live in a very privileged and a very democratic country in here that you do have your voice in here.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's a great cause. My hats go off to you. So you have men, women, everybody who wants to come on board and volunteer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and also at the last, it's I know you're saying your hats for us. It's not us. We are nothing. At the end, it will be Sikh Nation and Nanak's teachings, and his soul gonna be prevailed for the rest of the life. We are just, you know, volunteers, and I will say it's not. I want to be awarded with something.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that. It just helping someone, saving lives. It's like a family, right? We don't say, okay, I done this for you, or you done do this for me. So it's just sharing and caring and keep following and keep growing, and for that.
But that is something that has to come from your heart.
Yes.
Not every person that is watching you today or that is out there, they will do other things that they can get some benefit or some kind of recognition for that. But you are doing it because you find passion in there, you find love in there, you know what the teaching is and how you are able to spare a couple of pints of your blood so that I may not be in that operating table that day, but it's because of my blood. Because when you cut open, the blood is red. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But with the skin color, I may be dark, I may be white, I could be anything.
Yeah.
But when it comes to putting the blood in my body
Yeah.
to save my life,
That's right.
blood is always red.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm trying to say, that you people don't look for name, fame, or anything. You just do it because you believe this is something needs to happen
That's right.
and you need to give.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those people that are watching you today, and there are a lot of young people, it doesn't have to, you must, I mean, before you're able to donate blood, they make sure that you have, everything is good with you,
Yeah.
you are healthy, that
Healthy.
you are donating, right?
Yeah.
So those people that you are watching, you too, young men sitting in here, and you have been doing that, and you're gonna continue doing this. So what message you want to give it to them? So why is it so important for you? And the people that are dead, they killed, they are no longer here, but you are saving lives, you are protecting people, you are saving lives in here, and that's what your motive is.
Yes, it is, and our message to the community is, please come out of your home and just do something which can help save lives. And also with Sikh Nation, if you please come there and make appointments, which I will give you the number, and to say that genocidal mindset, not anymore, not anymore. This has to stop. And as community together, as Sikh Nation volunteer and also the Fijian community, my request is, please, wherever you can, however you can, please raise the voice. And the number for the campaign to make appointment, even for youth or elders, it's 604-369-1984. It's 604-369-1984. And that's the number you can call. And again, or on those numbers, when it's our youth volunteers, they're picking up the calls and making appointments. So it's very good cause. It's a lot of youth should be attaching, like especially Canadian youth, which Gurpreet can add more into it because he also take calls too.
So one question I was going to ask, like you have a separate number than the 1-800 number to donate, that there is on Oak Street, there is a blood donation
Yes.
clinic.
Yes.
So if you want to go and donate and at the Gurdwara, then there will be people from the Red Cross taking the blood there, right? You don't have to go to Oak Street.
No,
Is that right?
no, this is this month this is by Sikh Nation campaign.
Yes, yeah.
Blood Donation Month. So this campaign is a separate campaign. Like it's not like you go to blood.ca website, you see that number 1-800 number.
Yes, yeah.
But the Gurdwaras are a different campaign because there's a lot of organization they do that. Red Cross has their system,
yeah.
but we work voluntarily as Blood Donation by Sikh Nation. And that's why the number you called, because these appointments are signed up in the month of November.
Okay.
So that's how it
Okay,
works. So,
okay. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarity. And what about you? What kind of message?
So yeah, so basically for the youth that's born here, doesn't matter if you're Muslim, Christian, Hindu, just come out and volunteer, because genocidal mindset is towards everybody. Like what happened to us, it's happened to Muslims, it happened to Christians, and it's happened to Hindus too, even if you
Yes,
look
yeah,
at
in
India right
different
now.
countries,
It
yeah.
happens every day, right? So this is a way we can, this is a platform that we can come back and say that, look, you know, we stand against this. We will not accept this. So please come out, even if you're gonna donate, or even if you're volunteering, or even if you're just coming to show support. It means the world to us. So that's our message.
Thank you
Thank
to
you.
both of you for coming in and talking to our audience about that. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Donation of blood saves lives. We should all get out to donate our blood. Here are some events you may be interested in attending. PIX is doing an annual fundraising and radiothon on November 19th at Connect FM radio station. Please give your generous donation to PIX for Dynasty Village Long-Term Care Home for Seniors. For more information, please call PIX at 604-596-7722. If you have missed Asianpulse, you can catch it again on Thursdays at 8:30, Saturdays at 5:30, and all our shows are also uploaded on our YouTube channel at Asianpulse TV. I'm your host, Shivani Naiker. Stay safe, take care of each other, and thank you for spending the part of the day with us.